Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here. Hope everybody is having a great day. None other. Today I am going to be coming to give y'all a WWE wrestling video, but I'm going to be talking about Tamina, and I am going to be mentioning a lot of things like who she has held tag team titles with, because I mean, y'all need to be very suspicious of why she has never had a women's title belt opportunity since 2020. Now, I'm going to talk about that in this video as well. So, let's get started. So, as we all know, Tamina Snuka is the daughter of Jimmy Fly Snuka. She is the cousin of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. She is part of the Hawaii family. Hope I pronounced that right. And not only that, because she's part of this family, she has a brother. Now, everybody forget that her brother was a wrestler at one point in time, and he was at one point in time in the WWE. If you remember the group called Deuce and Domino, Deuce was Tamina's brother, who was also escorted by Cherry and stuff. So at one point in time, yeah, her brother was part of the WWE. We don't know what happened to that, but yeah. Now let me just get into this. Like, we're gonna be going over some things, and then I'm gonna be putting out the questions that we fans know that matters, that needs to be answered. Okay, as we all know, Tamina and Jay and Jimmy Uso debuted approximately around 2010. I think that, yeah, 2010, where they had the rivalry with the Hart Dynasty that assisted of David Hart Smith, Tyson Wilson, better known as Tyson Kidd, and Natalia, his wife. They had a rivalry in between 2010 to 2011. And I can't remember how did the match. I remember they had a match, but I forgot how it ended. But yeah, they had a match. So the following year, in 2011 to 2013, she was the valet to JTG against Jimmy Uso's, saying no. Okay. All right. So she was a valet on NXT, a valet for JTG on NXT against Jimmy Uso. Let's just say against Jimmy Uso. I think everybody all remember that time. And Tamina, at one point in time, she looked nice. She looked good, and she still looks good out of that. So then from 2013 to 2014, she was the bodyguard. Let me tell you, she was the bodyguard for AJ Lee while AJ Lee was Divas champion. So AJ Lee has I think she had a long reigning champion until Nikki Bella dethroned her. And Tamina was the bodyguard. She protected her as long as she was champion. After that, no more. Okay, so so this is the good part. From 2015 to 2016, Naomi formed the tag team, formed the faction Team Bad with Tamina and Naomi. Then when they added when Nikki was Divas champion, and they always had the upper hand. They always had 3 people. So it was always Team Bad, the sister of Naomi and Tamina, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and thing assisted of Charlotte Flair and somebody else. Excuse me, I am so bad with names. That they brought people up to the roster during this time. They brought Sasha Banks up to the roster at this time, where Sasha Banks was put on Team Bad, and you have Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha. Hello, Team Unity. And it was great until Sasha parted ways with them. And let me just mention, during this time, she almost beat Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship in February of 2016. February of 2016. I do not know what date, but it was February 2016. Okay, after, like I said, they added Sasha to Team Bad. She was on there was added to the team during that same year and before they portrayed Sasha. Okay, that's that. So then 2017 to 2018, Tamina was aligned with former WWE superstar CJ Perry, better known as Lana. Now, Lana she was aligned with her during this time. And during this time, I think she was sort of kind of like Lana. All I know, she was aligned with Lana and thing. But all I say is that was that. Okay, coming up to 2018, 2019. So around 2018, 2019, she had her WrestleMania moment. Okay, she had a WrestleMania moment when she tag teamed with her real life cousin, Nia Jax. And during that time when they teamed up, they was going against Sasha Banks and Bayley for the women's tag team championships. Okay, Sasha Banks and Bayley dropped the title to Nia Jax and Tamina to give Tamina her WrestleMania moment. The only time she has had her WrestleMania moment. Let me just put that right there. Not only that, when it comes, like I said, with tag teams, she has teamed up with Jim Neidhart's daughter, Natalia, and where they was tag team champs. And they beat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler at the time in 2021 at a pre-show for a match. Now, we have questionable matches, and I'm going to mention these. I have wrote down a couple of things, and so we're going to go through them. Okay, Tamina and Natalia tag teaming for the women's titles, losing to Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross at Money in the Bank. That was a questionable match. Why would you have your tag team champs at Money in the Bank lose to Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross? Yeah, with that one, that was a questionable match, because I remember that because that was a pre-show match. Okay, Beth Phoenix versus Tamina for the Divas title belt match in 2012. They buried Tamina in her first. That was her, if I remember correctly, that was her first title belt opportunity for the Divas title belt at the time. And I can actually say that is questionable. Why would she lose to Beth Phoenix, where they could have built that and made that a stronger match, but they didn't. And so that should be very questionable to the fans. Okay. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Tamina and Natalia women's tag team match at WrestleMania 37. If you remember, Natalia and Tamina won this match had lost this match at WrestleMania 37, and Nia and Shayna was still tag team champs. Okay. To get me to say, hold up, what's going on here, WWE? Every time we see you, you are burying Tamina. That's that. Okay, get this. Caitlyn versus Tamina. Las Vegas roulette's showgirl lumberjack match. If you go back and you look at it, it was we didn't get a good outcome because they never finished the match because all the women around the ring got into it. They got into a fight. So we never got a result. These are things that we fans never questioned that we should now think, oh Lord, we should question it. Okay. We had Tegan Knox versus Tamina on SmackDown August 6th of 2021. And I remember that match because Tamina lost that match to Tegan Knox. That should be a questionable match. Okay. Tamina versus Nia Jax on SmackDown. I don't remember the year or date, but I remember this match. And if I remember, Tamina lost to her own cousin. Her own cousin, Nia Jax. Questionable match. AJ Lee versus Tamina in 2011 on SmackDown. Questionable. I'm telling y'all, questionable matches. Brie Bella versus Tamina, December 20th of 2013, excuse me, y'all. 2013. And now I remember this match to the T because the Bellas pulled off the twin switcheroo. Let me just say, the twin switcheroo. And Brie Bella ended up winning. That should have been a disqualification or something, but no, didn't happen. That is it. But y'all, let me hear from y'all. What is the most questionable matches when it comes to WWE? And now let me get on to this Tamina getting her saying, and I know some of y'all is going to say, oh, she got her title belt opportunity in 2020, but I believe her opportunity in 2020 was a dodge. Because if you remember, she was going up against Bayley at Crown Jewel, and if you remember, she did not win. And I really wish that's where they should have had her to win, because I know they was trying to lure the fans to the Crown Jewel event for one. Then the only reason I think Tamina got that opportunity in 2020, okay, that's the height of the pandemic. At the height of the pandemic, that's one. Number two, they was trying to make sure the fans, this is just my opinion, they was trying to make sure the fans did not watch the dark side of the ring. The dark side of the ring about Tamina Snuka's dad, Jimmy Fly Snuka. So doing that same timeline, let me just say the same timeline that, and I gotta say it, doing the same timeline, Dark Side of the Ring had coming out during that same weekend of Crown Jewel of 2020, had the Dark Side of the Ring about Tamina's dad. So they was trying to deflect the fans for not watching that program and just watch her. So I mean, I think the timing of her getting that opportunity, that was great. It was great. We want to see her back, but I can recall she never, and let me just say, WWE owes Tamina a rematch. She never got in a rematch for that title. opportunity against Bailey. And they always use Tamina to enhance somebody else's, to enhance other talent. Let's talk about it right quick. Tamina has enhanced Charlotte Flair's abilities. She has enhanced, Becky Lynch abilities. She has been enhancing other talents for so many years. But hold up, have we ever seen anybody else sacrifice and enhance her abilities yet? No, we haven't. So therefore, she's not being treated fairly. So the question of the day is, do y'all believe everything that I presented and told y'all about? Do y'all believe WWE hasn't presented Tamina in the right way? And do y'all think her enhancing somebody else's talent, it's their time to enhance her talent? Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.